Well, hello and welcome everyone to another exciting episode of the Super Carlin game Mario Kart Roulette Challenge, where Ben and I are trying to 3-star every cup with randomly chosen cards and characters.
That roulette though, man, oh my gosh.
That was pretty good.
That was a really good, roulette.
I was getting into it. By every cup, I mean the special cup, and with randomly chosen, I mean we were both effing Donkey Kong with cushion tires last time.
Cushions.
So
Donkey cushions.
Donkey cushions, that's right. Oh, goodness gracious. What a terrible car. Anyway, Derek, can we get some better rolls this time?
How about 21?
That's 1, 2, bang. All right, I like peach. I'll take it.
We'll do a 25 for Ben.
25. All right, so let's see here. So
are we still both going to be peach?
2, 3, 4, 5.
Hey, peach and cat peach.
Man, this is really
This
becoming
is
less
kinda
favorable.
Right, I don't know about the randomness of this, but whatever.
5.
Hey, all right, we're in a fast car. All
27.
right. All
You
right,
didn't by
this
chance
looks...
catch how many tires we had.
No.
You do? Okay.
28.
Oh, my God. So 13, 26, 27, 28. Ha, I know how many of these we have.
Yes.
This looks doable. It's not...
30.
You know what? I'm not the one who chose to do it 1 to 30.
Look, I had a 30-sided die. It made sense. It's like, this makes it really random. That's a fast card, too.
Yeah, it's good. 21.
21.
Oh,
exactly.
We have 21 tires.
We have 21
Now
tires.
we know.
Now we know. I bet we win today.
I know.
26.
Oh, my
So it'll
goodness.
be the same. It'll be the same.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
See?
Yeah, boom. Okay.
Thanks, Derek.
You're welcome.
The randomness is... In our last 4 characters, 3 of them have had the same tires.
Yeah.
Our last 4 cards.
Absurd.
Absurd. I think... Can Rachel, the data senator, mod queen, please tell us the odds of that somewhere
Yes.
on the Discord. Speaking of Discord, I think we have more Discordian questions.
Yeah, we had
Hey!
so many questions from the Discord that I
Yeah.
thought that we'd do some more.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
All right, so we're on the Special Cup again because that's all we have left.
Right.
Ben, I feel like maybe the Cloud Top Cruise is your best level in the entire game.
You think so?
It might be.
Oh man. Let's see how we do today.
It could
Let's
be.
See. Yeah. I think I did well here with cushion tires last time.
You did
so.
with the donk.
the donk.
There is
The
a
dunk.
there's a level in Super Mario Odyssey called New Donk City, and the mayor is Paulette, and it's like all themed from the original like Donkey Kong game.
Okay, yeah.
Because like Mario was Jumpman and stuff, so it's pretty clever. It's pretty clever. Although it's a horrible level to navigate because everything's just skyscrapers and it's so big. And also Mario is interacting with regular normal looking people, which is just totally messes with you.
Yeah, that is weird.
Oh no, I'm off to a bad start. Okay.
All right.
Solid 12.
Wills the Waller has a question. How do you leave a job that you're comfortable in? Like, it's a heckin' awful job, but it's the only one I've ever had, and I'm anxious about leaving.
Oh my gosh, let me tell you what. You are not, it's just, all you have to do is just know that it's a heckin' awful job, right? That's basically it. It's comfortable because it's familiar, but if you're aware that it's bad, then just if you have another job lined up, just start looking forward to it.
Oh yeah.
Like,
yeah. No,
it's like the first day of school, you know? It's where we're
right.
at.
Right. Yeah. And, like change is always definitely super hard, but like it also ends up being like a super good thing. And I think the familiarity
you.
is totally even just. Like I've even experienced that with like every sport I've ever done. Where like as I got into like mountain biking or whatever, like I remember in the beginning it was like, oh my god, like I don't already know how to do this and I'm gonna have to like learn everything, and then you just kind of do.
You just learn it.
You just do, and then once you're comfortable, it's like, man, let's go down
What
some
was I so
blacks.
nervous about?
It's just fear of the unknown, really, is what it
Right, that's
stems
what it
from.
comes
It's
down
just,
to, basically. So just try and remember a time when you also didn't know what was gonna happen.
I think I just had the worst fall off the level experience ever. It was like right at the jump, and so the little fish guy, what's his name? Lakitu, needed to like drag me across the entire space, and then he still had to like prop me up to set me down. I've also been hit by like 1,000 shells in the past couple of Man, this is just... If this was my level, Jay, it's not anymore.
Not today. Not with Cat Peach and the cushions.
Jay looks like he's got it going, though. All right.
Maybe. We'll see.
We've got one from someone who wanted to remain anonymous.
Oh,
That's from the Discord.
all right.
I've met someone online. We talk quite a bit, and I expressed my feelings for them. They've stated they aren't looking for a long-distance relationship. I have never liked more than 10 miles from where I grew up, but I would have to move across country to attempt a relationship with this person. I've always thought about moving out of state, but I've never really had a reason to. And that's the question?
To me, this sounds like you need a different reason to move across the country because you're not already in a relationship with this person.
Right. Yeah. It's a pretty big leap of faith there.
Yeah. I don't.
Yeah. I think if you've already had the compulsion to go, and maybe this is the first time you've ever like been given like a proper reason to go, don't put so much pressure on that person to like work out because you moved across the country for them.
Sure.
But like if this is like that moment where you're like, you know what, I'm gonna go for the thing, then that's okay.
I think what you need to do is for sure meet with the person in person prior to this a couple of times.
Yeah, that's like, have you ever seen the TV show Catfish?
Yeah.
Yes, I have. Hopefully that's not what's happening to you.
Oh my gosh, that would be an added reason to check in on that particular topic.
Yeah.
No, I would say the biggest thing is like whenever there is sort of the idea of like somebody needing to make a life change in order to make a relationship work, I do think that it almost puts this scorecard thing into effect where it's like,
a little bit.
Yeah, but I did this for you, and then it's like,
oh my gosh, scorekeeping is the worst.
Yes.
If you find yourself doing this, you need to like stop immediately, and it can be hard. It can be hard to recognize that you're doing it, and if you do, man, it's not good. It's very hard not to sometimes, but it's just a matter of being supportive of the other person at all times and not keeping score.
Right, and I think there's probably, I mean, maybe not across the board, but maybe something a little bit to be said for like if you find that that's like the way that you always look at things, it could just be the case that the person is not adequately fulfilling like what you were looking for.
That is true. Yeah, it could be the case. Yeah, if you find yourself doing like if you find that you're just not being supportive. The thing is, it shouldn't be, I did this for you, so now you should do this for me.
Yeah. Right.
It should be that, like, someone should it shouldn't be a feeling of debt. It should be like, the other person should just naturally want to do things for you, and not because you did anything for them at all. It's just support for support's sake.
Jay, I can always tell when you feel super passionate about something because you get this almost like, I wouldn't call it like a stutter, but it's like you're like I can't get the words out fast enough.
It's scorekeeping's a really it undermines so many relationships, and it's a very dangerous thing, and it makes people feel superior to other people, and it can just rip you apart. And it's so hard to recognize, and almost everyone does it at some point. Even I catch myself sometimes of like, oh my god, I can't believe how many things I've done this week, and whatever.
Right,
but it's like that's not the point. You just have to think, this is for the benefit of everything you do is for the benefit of both. You're on the same team, right?
Right. Yeah, I think that has become like my mantra for everything is like we're all on the same team here. Like we are all trying to. Man, that was really like.
It was not good. It was not good, Ben.
Man, I went from a quality 7th place to almost last.
but not Hufflepuff.
But not, definitely not.
There we go.
Speaking of, I took the Pottermore quiz yet again yesterday for the 3rd time, and I have now gotten Hufflepuff once and Ravenclaw twice.
Wow.
I know. Yeah.
Man. Still not Slytherin.
Still not Slytherin, but also not Gryffindor, more importantly.
Is Gryffindor like the worst for you? Is that worse than Hufflepuff for you?
It would be the one that I would say that I am by far the farthest from.
Right. You're very cowardly. I agree.
No. Thanks.
I'm kidding.
What makes me cowardly? In what way?
No, nothing. You just set yourself up for that joke.
Yeah, no, I would say...
no, Ben, you're quite brave.
my own perception of myself would probably go Slytherin, Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff, Gryffindor. But we don't accept quad houses here. So.
I'll agree with that.
I think I would probably be the same, except I would probably put Gryffindor in 3rd.
Okay. Fair enough. Actually, on the note of catfishing, because I know I brought that up, that totally happened to me in 7th grade.
You got catfished?
I got catfished.
Sort of. Yeah. I mean, not
like to
not
the
like
point
across
where
the country.
like
someone you knew was catfishing you.
So, but they weren't even, I think, attempting to catfish me, because unless one of my friends was in on it, because I guess it's possible, but it was this person who one of my close friends had been talking to, and he had like been telling me about her for a while because it was over the summer and she was supposedly coming to our school in 8th grade. And I remember this was back with AOL Instant Messenger, and we would go in like chat rooms together.
Right.
And for whatever reason, whoever this person was, it had been going on for like a while because my friend had been talking to her for like a month, and then so me hearing about it or talking to her in chat rooms for like a month. So all of a sudden,
BS, man.
she messages me, and like we end up talking like a whole bunch of times, throughout the summer, and I'm like super excited to meet her and like have like a mega crush on her. And she's supposed to meet me at our like pool that we went to, like the public pool.
Yeah, sure.
And so there was one day like I went and I just like sat at the front of the entrance for like the whole day, and
Never
showed up. And then like kind of went radio silent for a couple days, then finally was like, oh, sorry, we were unpacking. In the meantime, there were people, it had to be somebody from this one neighborhood, because all the people in the neighborhood were like, oh yeah, we met her, she's awesome, like we've been hanging out and stuff. So like, I was getting significant confirmation that she was real.
Right, so there's like a big conspiracy here.
Yeah, so there was lots of people in on it.
Lots of people working the joke.
And then finally, it gets to the end of the summer, school's about to start, so like I'm like, okay, well at the very least I'm gonna meet her in 3 days when school starts anyway. She puts up an away message and she's like, I have been getting all of you all summer, this has been hysterical.
Woo! Oh my gosh, that was so close.
But
That was really close.
what should have tipped me off, actually the worst part of it all, is that the people who said they had met her, the one description they had given me is that she has a big nose, and after I found out, it was like Pinocchio, because she's lying. That's the
joke. That's what they were
joke.
saying.
Yeah, so it was like,
oh man.
so I knew
That's
some
the most
people.
cruel, crappy thing I've ever heard.
Yeah,
Oh my
it was so
gosh.
weird because like, I can't possibly imagine that it was targeted at me.
Right.
It just like it really just seemed like there was more and more and more.
Like someone was doing it to someone, and then word got out, and then it just became a big joke.
Right, and then I was the one who ended up like falling for it the hardest. But
Right.
it's one of those things where like whoever this person was, it was like we had a real connection, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
it's like you want to be mad at someone, but they don't exist.
right.
Like, how
No-
could you lie to me?
Well, and whoever it was, like whoever I went to high school with, if you were listening in 7th grade, like we either needed to be best friends if you were secretly a guy the whole time, or we should have just actually dated if you were a girl.
You got Monty Teo'd.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is I feel like it sounds like bad, but this was like rampant in AIM.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Instant
yeah.
Messenger, because at least I don't know, maybe for adults if it was differently, but at least for my class of kids, people would change screen names like weekly.
Oh,
you know?
yeah. Like,
They'd be
so-
like, oh, this is my new screen name. I didn't like my old one.
Right, or you
Okay.
started a new sport and you became goalie
Yeah.
guy 35 instead of...
Right. So it was super easy for people to just be like, and some people would even switch between ones they had because they didn't want certain people to know they were online or whatever, or I don't know.
Oh,
whatever, you
yeah.
know.
Like, it was like
It was the Wild West out there.
Right,
Yeah.
like, it was before privacy options were like a thing, and
Yeah.
so people just made their own privacy options by like, having different screen names and stuff.
But you could block people, but it was like so taboo, I feel like, to block people. Like if you found someone blocked you, it was like, oh my gosh.
Right.
It was like a really mean thing to do, but obviously not as mean as just getting a new account altogether, and for the sole purpose of avoiding one person.
But then like AIM had like all these like weird things, like so for example, if you put up an away message, after a while you could still talk while the away message was up. So like if somebody was bothering you,
Yes.
you could put it up and then go away. But then it also had this feature where it would have you go idle. And so like if you didn't touch your computer for 10 minutes, you would go idle, which would make your name go into like a light gray color. So like if there was somebody who was online who had an away message up for like 3 hours and never went idle, it was like, oh,
I see, you're just not talking to me.
you're just not talking
Yeah.
to me.
But then, but they were so, you're in high school and not everyone has computers. It could very much just be the case that this person's parents are actually just on
yeah,
their
right.
computer,
Like on the
or,
computer, yeah, completely.
and they just put the away message up. There was also, oh man, AIM was such a, who even knew what was happening
Such a
back then?
bloodbath.
Such a bloodbath. There was so many
Good times.
things.
Good times.
Oh, yeah.
Great. I loved AIM.
All right, let's see if we can sneak one other one in here.
Let's do it.
Pasta Dig Dug Leonardo also says it's Foster. Question: as you know, many romantic relationships evolve from friendships. What should a person do if they just started dating a friend whom they are accustomed saying "I love you" to in a friendly way? Is it weird to keep saying it in a new context? Is it weird to stop?
Oh
Ooh.
man, how unusual! I don't tell people of the I don't tell people of the opposite sex that I love them if I am not in a relationship with them.
Really?
No.
Okay.
Not unless it was like oh my god, I can't believe you did that. I love you. Not in a.
Yeah, like I could see like if like I could see it being. I don't even know. Yeah, like I don't think I would ever like close a conversation with a friend just being like, "Love you."
Oh yeah,
yeah.
no.
But
Wouldn't be like that.
I think if I had something going on and like some friends brought me dinner or something, like, oh man, like, I love you guys. This is so like this.
Yeah,
Is
Yeah.
like that's okay. Yeah,
Okay,
I would
okay.
I would say make a rule of not being an "I love you" whore, which is to say, don't say it to anyone if you're not in love with them, unless it's like in an obvious like thank you sort of setting.
Right. Yeah, like it definitely shouldn't be like a running thing because it like diminishes the value of the phrase. Like you don't want to lose that.
Yeah. And then, that being said, that's obviously not the situation you find yourself in. You already do it. I would say, I can't imagine ahead of time that you were ending conversations with like, oh, all right, going to bed, love ya,
Right.
kind of things. I would just phase it out. Like, I bet they're not even going to notice.
Wait, are they dating now?
Yes.
Yes, they're
Oh, I
dating
bet they'll
now.
notice. I bet they'll
Yeah,
notice.
I remember doing that.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be one of these things where, like that was even thing I remember like with like a high school girlfriend. There was a big difference between like I love you and like love ya.
Oh, yeah,
or
the
like
spelling.
LUVYA.
Right. That was very, like, casual.
Right. It's like something is super wrong if they said like love ya versus the rest. So.
It was like
No.
opening a conversation with hi.
Yeah, right?
If you opened a conversation, if someone said hi to you, it either meant they had a really bad day or they were mad at you.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
No, completely. Going back to like so much text subtleties, that
man.
you pick up on.
I wonder how much of this is like. It'd be so weird to be in high. I have no idea what it must be like in middle school, high school today, where everyone's actually just texting.
Right.
You know,
You're
the diff-
always online.
Did you guys ever pass notes?
Yeah.
Oh, now
totally.
people don't pass notes now.
Oh,
They just send texts.
They must.
Oh man.
Maybe they do. Not like we used to.
There was
Not
a
like they
girl
used
named
to.
Lydia who passed me my first ever note. It was like folded in that like really cool way, like,
Right.
with like the slot across it, and you could,
Yep,
like had to like
yep.
open it. Man, that was like the most exciting thing ever.
Oh man, girl named Sarah.
Did you ever have
Sarah,
Did you ever have the notebook where like people would like write to each other back and forth in the one singular
No,
notebook?
no.
Oh, really?
No, that sounds dangerous because it sounds
great.
like it would inevitably be intercepted by
Uh-huh.
inappropriate parties, and that's just stupid. That's sloppy. I don't know if you noticed, but we get dangerously close to a 3-star.
Dangerously close. I thought it was going to happen around the second pass, the second lap, rather.
I was in the lead with about 25% of the course to go, and I got hit with a red shell, and they overtook me. That was basically it.
Ugh.
I had no defenses left.
Man.
It was close. It was close, you guys.
Oh, actually, yeah. To answer that last question about the "I love you" thing, I would probably have a conversation with the person and be like, "Hey, I know we used to say this, but like now that we're romantically involved, I feel like we probably need to have a conversation about like saying it for real skis."
Yeah.
Because I think it's probably one of those things where if you phase it out, they're gonna notice and like become self-conscious about it. And if you just continue saying it and you're not quite there yet, that's also a problem. So, absolutely worth addressing.
Yeah, probably. I can only imagine, though, if you've been friends for a long time and then you start dating, I feel like those feelings happen faster.
They're on their way.
They're on their way, probably, anyway.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Best of luck with that. Love you guys.
Until next time. Bye. Quality 8th place.